Hello friends, welcome to SR Technologies. Today we are going to discuss another set of interview questions which is asked in HCL company. For the experience level is 4 to 5 years for the ETL tester position. Let's get into the questions. So the question here, first question is, they have given two tables. Table 1 is having 1 2 1 2. Table B is having 1 1 3 null. So they're asking what is the output of inner join, left outer join, right outer, and full outer and cross join for this below tables. So to answer that, let me get into the Excel sheet. So first is these are the tables. So here I renamed that table instead of table A, I have renamed that table 1, table 2. Now the data here you have table 1 is having 1 2 1 2, table 2 is having 1 1 3 now. So this question is already answered by me. Let me re-answer it one more time. So the question here, post inner join. Inner join means it is a matching records which is going to come in output. First is, let me go ahead and take the table 1 here, and as well as side by side we'll take the table 2 as well. So here I'm going to take table 2. Just for here, let me remove this. Okay. So matching records. First here, if you observe, right, one is matching how many times? One is matching here 1. Okay. First here you can take 1, 1 here. And again, here, again, this one is matching with this one. So you can take one more 1 here, one more 1. Now again, 2 is there in the target, another table, table 2 is not there. At the same time, here 2 is there. No, it is not there. So here 1 is there. Again, 1 is matching how many times? 2 times it is matching. So here 1, here 1. Again, this one is matching with this one. So here 1, 1. This is the inner join output. So overall, four records which is going to come into output. For inner join. Now let's go with the left outer join. So what is the left outer join? First of all, try to understand. Left outer join means inner join, and plus non-matched records from the right table. Okay, non-matched records from the left table. Okay, so left table. So what does it mean? For example, let me go with let me make you understand this. So here, what we are trying to do here, we are going ahead and we are doing here. What is that? So try to understand here. What does it mean? For example, in this case, 1 is matching once. Okay, inner join, all the records we kept it, which is 2 is not matched with the right side table. 2 is not matched with the right side table. So which means, what does it mean? 2 is not matched at all. So here 2 will be coming. Okay. So right side, it is going to populate as null value, because if any value, if you are printing, okay, if it is not matched with the right side, opposite side, it is going to generate as a null value, which means the right side, it is always going to come as a null value. So this is the important thing, left outer join, which means overall how many records which is going to come? 6 records which is going to come as part of the left outer join. So what does it mean? Inner join plus left side table, left side records which is not matched with the right side table, So when you write the query, okay, so here you are going to write select star from employee, for example, table 1, okay, left outer join here, left outer join table 2. So table 2 on 8 consider it table 1 dot id, okay, table 1 dot id equals to table 2 dot id, which means what you are trying to do here, okay, which one is coming left table? Table 1 is going to come left table. So before the joining condition, before the joining keyword, okay, whatever it is coming front, that we can consider as a left table. Here we are considering as a left table is table 1. So right side table, which we can consider as a table 2. So here table 1 which is not matched, table 1 which is matched records with the table 2, along with that which is not matched with the table 2. So those are nothing but a 2, 2. Here we are getting the 6 records. Now let's go with the right side join. Right side join. Let's take the same thing, left side, whatever we have. Okay, let's remove this thing. Okay, now right side, same thing. Here, what you are going to do, right side table, whatever you have table 2, right? Table 2, which is matching. First is matching, which has nothing but an inner join here. So which is not matched with the left side table records. So what and all it is not matching? 3 and no, 3 and null is not matched. So right side table 2, which you are getting null value here. Null. Okay. Null here. So here you are getting the 3 and null, which is coming as an input. Now, which is not matched with the left side table. Left side, what it is going to generate? It is going to generate as a null value. It is going to generate as a null value here. This is nothing but a right outer join here. Okay, right outer join also, which is going to generate as a 6 records. Now let's get into the full outer join. Full outer join. So in full outer join, what are the things which you are going to get? First, inner join. Okay, inner join. Okay, inner join plus left side non-matching records, left side non-matching and right side non-matching. Okay, non-matching, which means every record which is there, everything which is going to come in the output. So how we can do that? First, we'll take the inner join output. First, we'll take the inner join output. 1, 1, 1, 1. Again, now you take the left side output, which is not matched with the right side table. At the same time, you can take the right outer join output. This is the overall full outer output, which means again, how many records which is going to come? Overall 8 records, 8 records. So inner join, you see here, how many records? 4 records. Left outer, 6 records. Right outer, 6 records. And full outer, you are going to see 8 records. This is the way you have to do that. And here, and again, cross join will come. Cross join always works in here. Okay, cross join always takes the n into, cross join always works with the n into n combination, n into n combination, n into n combination, n into n combinations, which means here we have a table 1 is having 4 records, table 1 is having 4 records, table 2 is having 4 records, which means 16 records which is going to be generated, 16 records which is going to generate in the cross join. This is the first question answer. So this is the way you have to answer. Now, what is referential integrity? Basically, referential integrity, and write a query to find the tables that have a referential integrity relationship with employees table. So basically, referential integrity means, okay, if you can go to here, what do you mean by referential integrity? So let's talk about the referential integrity. A referential integrity is nothing but how you are how you are relating with other tables. Okay, how you are relating with other tables. Specifically, if you can go with the employees table. Okay, employees table. In employees table, how it is going to be related each other. Okay, how it is going to be related to each other. So referential integrity refers a relationship between the tables, because each table in the database, it must have primary key. This primary key is going to appear in other table as a foreign key. Let's talk about that particular scenario. So here, let's take the select star from employees. Now, if you take select star from employees, okay, so you can see all the rows as well as columns, you are seeing. But how can you identify what are the primary key? So what is the relationship between the other tables with employees table? So now you can go ahead and you can see one thing if you are working an SQL developer. So here, if you can just double click on this table, if you can get into tables, and if you can get into employees table, if you double click on it, automatically you will open this particular thing. So other than that, if you open that, columns, everything will be there. In that particular tab, you can see constraints here. So using the constraints, okay, how it is related to other table, you can understand. You can understand. If you can click on constraints, automatically it is going to fetch the all the constraints which is associated with the employee table. Now you can see here, you can see here, if I can click on it here, if you click on this particular key, automatically it is going to show us here. Okay, it is a foreign key. What is the parent table here? Relationship table, departments table, departments table. And if you can see here, let's get into this particular thing. Here you can see jobs, jobs F key. Here you can see HR jobs. Jobs is the another table which is associated with it, that particular thing. Now, if you can go to here, manager. Okay, manager is nothing but a within the employees. Again, you are creating a foreign key within the table. So, which means within the same table, you are joining with the manager. So, which means a primary can be referred within the same table as a foreign key as well. So that is happening here. So how many tables it is related? Employees table. You can see here 3 tables it is related. 3 tables it is related. This is the in a command way in Oracle. Nothing but you are just using the GUI. You are able to do that. But if you wanted to get the same information, how can you get that in the through SQL? So select star from user constraints. Okay, user constraints table. So first you see here user constraints, what it does. Okay, what it does. It is going to give you the all the constraints information. If you wanted to fetch, just you can go ahead and you can write the where table name equals to employees. So that what you are going to get, you are going to get all the information about the employees. So you can get the all the commands as well as you can see here. Okay, what is the table and what is the primary key associated with it. By see, there are 2 ways to do that. Okay, then once you do that, automatically here you can see all the information index. Okay, index all the information you can see, table name you can see, as well as what is the constraint type. You can see here. Okay, this is the way you can go ahead and query that. So this, what I can say in a, if you have a GUI way, just it is a better way to do that. Using the constraints also, we can get that. Okay, how it is associated with other table. So here check constraint. Last name should not be null. Email should not be null. Hide date should not be null. This is the check constraint. But what we are talking about the referential integrity between, nothing but a relationship between the tables. As earlier I have shown you here, you can see here how it is. This particular employees table is associated with the departments table. From departments table, we are referring that primary key into employees table as a foreign key. At the same time, here we have a job FK. Okay, in jobs table, we have a job ID is the primary key. Here in employees table, we are referring as a job foreign key. And here in employees table, within the employees table, you are referring the as manager ID is nothing but a foreign key. Okay, which means every manager should be an employee. Okay. So this is the relationship, how you can, what is the referential integrity? Write a query to find the tables that have referential integrity relationship with employee table. Okay, simply you can write the user constraints. By getting the user constraints, you can get that. And we do have another table. Okay, I'll talk about that table. Okay, I'll talk about that table in the coming section. So using that table, you can join it and you can get the only tables directly. Okay. So next thing is how to find the department-wise employees count. So very simple. Okay, now you have an employees table. Select start from employees. Already I have given. Now, if you can see here, select start from employees. Let me execute this query. Then we'll talk about that, how to get the department. Now, whenever people may do mistakes. Okay, first try to understand. If they say department-wise employees control, let's not directly jump into the departments table because we do have a department ID in the employees table. So by taking department ID, we can go ahead and we can count the employees. How you can count that? Using the group by and aggregate function. So simply select department ID, comma, count of what you wanted to count, employees. So you can directly take the employee ID from employees table, and group by. What, based on what you wanted to group by? You wanted to get the department wise, which means you are going to do the group by. So if you do this, automatically you are going to get the group by department wise, you will be able to get the count. 100 department have a 6 numbers, 30 department is having 6 numbers, and you can see here 50 department is having 45, 80 department is having 34 numbers. Okay. Now, if you wanted to order it, just use the, even if you wanted to do ascending or descending, order by, what you wanted to order by? Order by department ID. Just you can do that if it is going to come as ascending order. Now you see in an order way, you are going to get this particular things. So fourth question also answered how to find the department wise employees count. Now generate numbers from 10 to 25. In Oracle, there is a level Presidio column. It is a Presidio column. It's nothing but it's kind of, which is going to generate the sequence, to using this level, will be able to generate the sequence. So how we can do that? Select level, okay, from dual table. Level always works with the connect by. Works with the connect by level. Okay, level. So here, what is the range they wanted to asking? From 10 to 25. So directly we have to start. First, let's try to understand. Here, if I can give it level less than 10. Okay, less than 10. What is going to happen? It is going to print the generating the sequence number. You can see 1 to until 9 it is going to generate. Now you wanted to generate it from 10 to 25, 10 to 25. So what you can do, simply you can pass it as a 9. Okay, level plus 9 as a sequence number. And now what you wanted here, how many numbers after 10 to 15. So 10 also, if you can include it, it is going to come as a 16. You can keep it as a 16 here. 16. Okay, 16. Now you can take this 16. How it is going to generate? Let's see here. So what I'm mentioning here, less than equals to, even 16 also, 16 numbers should be generated. So by taking from 9, okay, what is going to happen? Level, it is going to generate 1 plus 9. Okay, 1 plus 9. Now again 10, again 1 plus next number is 10. Okay, like that it is going to generate it. So you can see until 25th you can generate it like this. Using the level, you will be able to generate the sequence number. Level always work with the connect by, and it is going to check this level. How it is going to print? It is going to print whatever the condition which we have given here, right? Until 16 times it is going to 16 numbers it is going to generate one by one. So this is the way you have to answer if you wanted to generate it. From 10 to 25. Now simply I can ask the system one more way. Just I will ask, just get that. Okay, I don't want to go with specific number. Just I wanted to get 1 to 100. I wanted to generate it. Just you can do this. You can do this 1 to 99. So 100 also generated. It is not printing 100. Okay, this is the way you have to answer this. Now next thing is next question. Okay, generate the next 5 days. Print the dates. So simple, same thing you can do here using the next 5 dates, right? Next 5 dates. If you wanted to print, what you can print it? If you wanted to print current date, sys date from dual. Now what you can do? Select star from sys date from dual 23. Now you wanted to print next 5 dates. So simply what you can do here, okay, same using the level only, plus here you wanted to add one more date. Select plus sysdate plus level, and then connect by level. Okay, next how many dates you wanted to print? 5 days. So just you can give the level, so that we are going to get the next 5 days. So today is the 23. Now you can see 24, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. So using the level, we can generate the next 5 days as well. We can print that. Now, how to find the even numbers from a table? Next 7th question. How to find the even numbers from a table? Now, how you can do that? Select star from employees. Now, you should have a even numbers or odd numbers, right? You should have some column to decide that which one you wanted to go. So here primary key column, let's take the primary key column and get the even odd numbers. What do you mean by even numbers? What do you mean by odd numbers? Even numbers means, okay, which is going to divide it by 2 and remainder should be 0. Remainder should be 0. And for example, if I take 10 divided by 2, what is the remainder? 2 into 5. 2 5 is a 10, which means it's kind of, 10 will be there. And remainder is going to be 0. Remainder is going to be 0. To do that particular thing, okay, even number or odd number, okay, odd number, we have to use the number functions. Number functions. What is that number function? We have to use the mod function. Mod function, MOD. Okay, where mod is going to take two parameters. Okay, two parameters. What is that? Column name. Okay, column name. Okay, as well as some value. Now here, if you wanted to identify even number or odd number, you have to use the 2, because whatever it is divisible by 2, that we can call it as a even number. What is not going to divisible by 2, that we can call as a odd number. So here we can consider as a 0. If we can give it as a 0, the remainder is 0, then that particular record is going to come as a even number. So we can verify it 100, 102, 104, like that. You can see here until 204, until 204. You can see all the records. If you wanted to fetch odd numbers, just you can go ahead and you can just copy this. Okay, this is first query is even numbers. Okay, even numbers. And second query would be odd numbers, odd numbers. So here you can give it as a 1 here. Instead of that, you can give it as a 1, so that you are going to get the odd numbers here, odd numbers here. So you can see here odd numbers. This is the way you have to do that. It is the way you have to do the even numbers and odd numbers. Now, next question is insert records to table 1 from table 1, sorry, table 2 from table 1, but that insert should not insert any duplicates, which means let's take one sample example. Okay, I have already inserted. I don't want to waste your time. So by doing that, what I have done, there is a, what is that? I think I have done somewhere here. Okay, now let's take the select star from, there is a sample table somewhere I have created. Just give me 1 second. Here you can see, okay, let's see here. Select sample table 1. Okay, with sample table sample 1, 2, 3. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2. 1, 2 is the duplicates. Now I wanted to insert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To do that, what I have done, I have already created one more table. Okay, one more table. That is nothing but a table sample 1 to 4. Okay, table, select star from table sample 1 to 4. Here you can see this particular table, right? What it does, it is going to give you the, already I have loaded. That is the reason you see this. Now, if I can just, I can go ahead and I can do the truncate table name. So what it does, it is going ahead and it is going to remove this. Okay, now I wanted to load this data. Okay, how I can load? Now you can see 0 records. Now I wanted to load without duplicate records. Simply I can do, so to insert the data, insert into, what is the table name you wanted to insert? Table sample here. Okay, now select distinct of ID. Okay, from table sample 3. So you can use the distinct. Okay, using the distinct, we will be able to insert only 6 records. You can see here now 6. Sir, you are giving only one column. What about if you have a multiple columns? Just use the comma separated and use distinct only once. Only once. If you have a 10 columns, just you can use here, for example, ID, first name, okay, last name, okay, like that you can use. But distinct should be used only once. Only once. So this is the way you have to insert the data without duplicates. And another way is using the merge command also. But again, this is the simplest solution which I can provide. If they are looking much more, then we'll cover that in the coming videos. Okay. Now, next question is 9th question. Find how many E is available in the below word of enterprise. Now you have a word. Okay, this is the 10th question. So we have an enterprise. Enterprise is the enterprise is the enterprise is the word. Okay, is the word. Now, what we have to do here, this is the word. Now, you wanted to count the number of E's which is present, which is present, which is present in the, which is present in the enterprise, which is present in the enterprise. Okay, which means, okay, how many times E is present? Okay, first is 1, second is E. Okay, first character is E, and the fourth character also E, and last character also E. 3 times it is present. 3 times it is present. 3 is the count. How can you do that? So there is a multiple functions. So if you wanted to get the length of characters, what is the command? Select length. Okay, length command is the one which is going to give you the how many characters available in the enterprise. Okay, this is the first thing. So simply you do that length. Next thing is, okay, now if I can replace with enterprise, wherever enterprise is there, so I can replace with, I'm going to, using the replace, I'm going to remove that particular E. So simply what I can do, replace, okay, replace, then what I'm going to do, I'm going ahead and I'm going to take the enterprise here. Okay, enterprise here. So if I take enterprise, wherever E is present, okay, wherever E is present, just I'm keeping it as a blank, nothing but it should not keep anything. It should not keep anything. First, we'll talk about this. Okay, we'll talk about this. Then we'll go with the solution from here, from here. Now you can see here, you can see here, select replace. Okay, select replace. You can see here, E is went off. It is not going to keep anything. Wherever E is there, it is going to show as a blank. Nothing but it is not going to show anything. Now what you can do, first you are going to do the E. Next is what you are going to do. First, you are going to get the length of this particular character. Length of this. First, you are getting the length. What is the length of this? What is the length of this? Simply length of enterprise is, length of enterprise is, let me copy paste. I don't want to take more time because video is going to be more lengthy. So length here, you see 10. Out of 10, this is the overall length. Out of it, if I can remove E, okay, 3 characters, which is going to be done. So again, what after removing 3 characters, just I'm going ahead and I'm going to use the length of, again, I'm calculating after E, after removing the E from the string, then what is the length? So it is going to show 10. So 10 minus 7, what is the character length? It is going to come as a 3. It is going to come as a 3. This is what we are expecting. This is the way you have to calculate it. First, you have to calculate the overall length without removing E. And after that, you have to calculate after removing the E. And then whatever the difference which is going to come, that is the exact thing which we are going to expect. So same thing which we see here, 3 count, here also 3 count. So this is the way you have to answer this question. Now, next question is 10th question. Table 1 is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Table 2 is having no records. Table 2 is having no records. Let's talk about that. Okay. Now they are expecting from us. Okay. What is the right join? What is the inner join? What is the left join? And then what is the cross join? So here tricky thing. Okay. Here you have a 6 records. Here you don't have any records in the table. Any records in the table. First you do inner join. Inner join logic is matching records. Inner join logic is matching records. None of the record is matching. So what is going to come? 0 records, which is going to generate it. Now left side, how many records? 6 records, which is going to generate. Okay, which is going to come as a left side. Because left side, how many records are there? 6 records are there. That is the reason you see 6 records, which is going to generate. Now, right side. Okay, right side. What is the right side table? Table 2, which is not having any right join. Okay, which is not going to show any records, 0 records. Here, left join, not left side. Okay, left join. Okay, left join. Here you can see 6 records. Right join, you can see 0 records because right side table doesn't have any rows. And full outer join. Full outer join. How many records which is going to come? How many records? It is going to come 6 records. 6 records which is going to generate it. And cross join. Cross join. Okay, cross join. This is the tricky thing. People will make mistake 6 records. No, this is not going to come as a 6 record. 6 into 0. Okay, let me do that. 6 into 0. What is going to come output? Always 0, which means draw join also come 0 records. 0 records. This is the way you have to give the answer for this particular question. So they wanted to understand how much proficiency you are having in joins. So this is the another question. This is the another question. So this is the how many questions we have answered? 10 questions we have answered. Now I'm assigning another 11th question is I'm assigning a user story. What are the different stages you follow to complete the user story for an ETL tester? So once you get the ETL, once you assign the things, right? So what are the things which we are going to do? First thing is whenever you assign the user story, first you mention that in sprint planning call, I'm going to get the user story. From once you get the user story, in user story also it is going to contain mapping document. Okay, mapping document. So first what you do, you are going to analyze the requirements, okay, from the user story. Then you are going to do mapping. First you have a mapping document in the user story, and then you are going to validate the mapping. If mapping is done properly, mapping is if they have done without having any issues, will consider the source of truth. Okay, that is the source of truth for validation. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to prepare the test scenarios and test case based on the requirement. Okay, based on the user story and as well as mapping document. Once you prepare the test cases, then what you are going to do, you are going to review the test cases with your team lead. If any additional test cases you have to add or can be removed. Okay, those things you are going to get confirmation from them. If they are approving the test cases, then you have to check even test data is available or not. If the test data is available, if test data is available, you need not to prepare. If it is not available, you have to prepare the test data. And once everything is done until here, so next is workflow is available in the test environment or not. If the workflow is not available, then you have to get it, you have to ask the respective developer and ask them to deploy in the QA environment. If it is not, if it is already available, then you are going to check with you are going to run the workflow, and then you are going to check the job is available, job is successful or not. If it is failed, you are going to report as a defect and you are going to analyze the logs and you are going to let them know whether it is an environment error or it is a logic error by seeing the workflow logs or session logs. And then once the job is successful, okay, then you are going to execute the test cases. And if it is everything is passed, you are going to create a test results documentation and present it to the respective PO in the sprint demo call. And after that, you are going to ask them to accept the user story. This is what you are going to do. And this is the overall thing which you have to answer. First is I'm going to, in sprint planning call, I'm going to understand the requirements and I'm going to give the points, user story points. And after that, I'm going to prepare the test scenarios and test cases. And after that, I'm going to prepare the test data. And I'm going to verify the workflow is available in your environment or not. If it is available, then I'm going to run the workflow. And all the prerequisites, I'm going to check it out before running the workflow. If everything looks fine, then I'm going to run the workflow. If it is successful, I'm going to execute the test cases and I'm going to make the test results. And then finally, I'm going to present to the respective PO and I'm going to get it user story accepted. This is what you are going to do. These are the stages which is part of the 11th question. And next thing is for the next 12th question. If source system is having fixed width flat file, and load that fixed and flat file in staging area, in this scenario, what are the validations you will follow? Okay, basically, if you are doing from staging to, okay, from source to staging, right? Basically, source to staging, nothing but a source to temporary area, staging area. The staging is nothing but a temporary area. Source to staging, you are not going to perform any transformation. That is the important thing which you have to remember. Whenever you are answering, right, you have to remember this particular point. So you are not going to perform any transformation. This is the what you have to remember. So in this case, first validation, what you are going to do, this is the fixed width file. So fixed width file, in fixed width file, what are the things which is associated? Basically, every column in this file, every column in this file, it is always every column in this file, it is always same length, irrespective of irrespective of irrespective of data is available, data is available or not. So let me show you some example I have already taken into one of the scenario. So here you can see I have created, here you can see in meta, there are two files, metadata, meta file as well as data file. In meta file, they are going to give this fixed width length, column length. Here you can see I'm taking the schema name, employee's name, as well as here you can see this is the employee ID, here first name, last name. Here you can see what is the data type as well as what is the length. So here if you see, understand, right? If the data is provided for the employee ID, it is having 5 characters, but still you are always going to see 10 characters length. At the same time, here you can see 20 characters. So which is going to come as a Ravindra Reddy, which always comes as a 20 characters until here. Okay. And after that, Kovuri, last name. Here you can see, you are going to see 20 characters, which means whenever you are going to see this kind of things, always it is going to be a fixed length, irrespective of the data is there or not. So what are the things which you are going to check? First is number of columns. Okay. Number of columns are available in the flat file or not. So first you are going to verify the metadata file according to the mapping document, whether all the columns are present or not. You are going to check number of columns, and column names also you are going to check whether the column names are same or not. Second thing is record length, which means it is always fixed width, which means always it has to take the 50 length. Okay. Every record should have a 50 length. 50 length is available or not. So using the Unix commands, you are going to perform that. Using the Unix commands, you are going to perform that. So I'll prepare for this particular scenario. I'm going to prepare next video. So you have to do the 50 length using Unix commands. You are going to do that. Next thing is record count. So validation, source versus target. So here the scenario which is going to come. So what they are asking in a next question, this is the 12th question. Source system is sending fixed flat file and load that fixed flat file into the staging area. In this scenario, what are the validations you will follow? At the same time, for that next question is, for the same scenario, if the records are missing or some records are rejected in staging area, how do you identify it? So basically, whenever you do record count validation in this scenario, so you have to understand whenever you are going to get source side record count. So using the WC-L and file name, you can get the source side record count. And while you are validating to the target, right, you have two tables which is going to be present. So in general, if they wanted to handle the bad records, they are going to have one bad records table. Another is you are going to have a target table, which is going to be proper records, which we are going to load to the target. So whenever you are comparing the record count, you have to compare the data source record count plus source record count equal to bad records plus target count, which means you have to verify two tables. One is rejected records table, another is target count. If both are, you have to addition it, and finally you have to compare against the source side table, then source side file count. Then it is going to be file record count, not file count, so file record count. So that you are going to get the matching record count going to be matched. And data validation for fixed width file, it is going to be a bit tricky. Okay, I can't explain here very easy way. First thing is you have to gather using the cut command, using the specific commands in Unix, you will be able to get that, and you have to convert that data into CSV file, and then you can load it through Unix. You load that particular file into either Oracle table, or using the Spark or some other tool, you can read that, and then finally you can load as a table. Once you load as a table, whatever the transformation which they are applying, here there is no transformation because you are validating from source to where staging only. So you don't have any validation. So simply you can cut using the cut command, or using the reading as a data frame by using specific lengths. Okay. Using the Spark or using Python, you can do that. Once you do that, then you can go ahead and you can validate against the source versus staging area. So this is the way you have to validate it. So you have to answer that. Next question, what is the purpose of having lookup tables? So what do you mean by lookup tables? This is the question, right? So lookup tables are nothing but a specifically you are referring that in the informatica. Okay, what is the purpose of this particular table? What is the purpose of? So it's nothing but a, for example, if you take the India's data, right? Okay, if you have a India data, okay, if you have a India data, okay, and you wanted to store states, okay, generally in the data you are giving abbreviations. Okay, let's take the AP, okay, and KA Karnataka, and let's take the Telangana and as well as Tamil Nadu, and you are having even Kerala. Okay, these are the 5 states which you are going to see. This is the abbreviations which you are going to see in the data. But you wanted to get the complete abbreviation. Just it is a predefined information which you are going to store into the lookup tables. To do that, what you can do, just you are going ahead and you are going to create the lookup table. Okay. So by doing that, what you can get, you are going to get the Andhra Pradesh. Instead of AP, you can get the Andhra Pradesh. At the same time, you can get the Karnataka. Okay, Karnataka. So this is the one of the scenario only. Okay, this is the one of the scenario. In the coming videos, we'll explain you in detail about the lookup tables. Okay, while we are going ahead and talking about the dimensional modeling, other things, whenever we are doing that, right? So I will talk about this in detail. So mention this is the one of the example. This is more than enough for them to understand. Still, if you need more information, comment it out in the comment section. I'll explain you in detail. Okay. Now you have a last question is before table A, table B, table C. Okay, what they are asking, find matcher records and mismatcher records and missing records. So basically here you have to understand what do you mean by matching records. So by doing the inner join, you will be able to get the select. Okay, select star from employee. Let's consider it table A. Okay, table A, inner join. Okay, table B. Okay, on, okay, A dot ID equals to B dot ID. So which is going to give you the, is nothing but here you can mention as A, okay, alias table name, here B, okay. Here it is going to come as only matcher records between the two tables. Again, here you do or again inner join, okay, inner join, okay, and B dot ID equals to C dot ID. Okay, here you have to mention the additional table C. Okay, if you do that, automatically you are going to get the matching records. Now, mismatcher records. For example, if you wanted to get the table A minus table B, okay, nothing you have to do, table A minus table B. If you have a number of columns, okay, columns and the data type is same, okay, data type is same and position also. Position is doesn't matter, okay, position also same. Again, you have to mention same in the select statement. Then we can use the simply select star from table A, okay, table A, okay, minus select star from table B. Using this, okay, which is available in the A, but it is not available in the B. We can do that by using the minus operation, minus operator. So this is the one of the way. Another way of doing it, okay, simply what you can do, select star from, okay, or, okay, select star from table A, okay, left outer join. Let me go ahead and see, left outer join, okay, and table B, okay, table B, and on, okay, on, let's consider table 1, table A dot, okay, table A dot ID equals to table B dot ID, okay. Here you are using the joining condition. So once you do joining condition, right, on top of it, you use the where clause, where table B dot ID is null, which means in the previous examples which I have explained, right, in the here, okay, whenever data is not available, in the for example, in this case, table 1, you have it 1, 1, and 2 is there, but 2 is not available in the left side. Okay, left side table, nothing but a right side table. Then automatically what we are generating? We are generating the null value. So here we are identifying which table is having, table B is having null values, that ID is. So automatically what we are going to get? We are going to get here two ID only we are going to get. This is the way you have to answer, which is missed records from table A, which is records present in table A, but it is not available in the table B. So this is the way you have to answer that. Still, if they wanted to go with the C also, you have to use that table A and table B. Okay, if the both are same, okay, just you do union all. Okay, union all. Okay, combine as a single table, and you can apply this against to third table as well. So they are expecting this. That is more than enough. These two are answers. That is more than enough. Okay. So now next question is write a query for regular expression identification and duplication and find junk characters. So now you have to think. Here they are asking two questions. Okay, duplicate records. Okay, duplicate record. Another thing is they are asking another question is junk characters identification. Okay, junk characters identification. Okay. So what you have to do? So to identify the duplicate records, very simple. Select, you take the primary key, employee ID, comma, count of star. Okay, count of star from employees. Okay, from employees, group by employee ID. Okay, having count of star greater than 1. What it does basically, first it is going to group them based on the employees. Okay, if it is having more than one record, it is going to group the employees, and count is going to nothing but it is going to count the numbers. Okay, for example, let's say here you have a 111, and how many times it is present? 1. If you have a 222, it is going to present only 1. If you have a 333 and you have a 333, then what it is going to do? It is going to first time it is going to count 1, and second time it is going to count as a 2. So output which is going to come to us in the outside, it is going to come as a 2. So what it does, it is coming as a 2. Now first activity here you are getting, until here you are getting the count like this. How many records are the same? Okay, here 113 is having duplicates. How we can say it is having more than one count? So simply in the having clause, what we are trying to do, we are filtering the data, whatever which we have done in using the group by, right? So that using that function, you are counting more than one record. If it is whatever more than one record, just I'm using the greater than function, greater than operator, and getting the greater than one, which means nothing but it is going to give you the duplicate records. This question I already explained. Still, I'm explaining one more time for your sake. Next thing. Okay, junk characters identification. So this is the one of the major people or mistakes. Okay, very important thing. Okay, very important thing. You have to understand this. Okay, which characters you are going to consider as a junk characters. Okay, so being an interviewer will ask you any type of question, but being an interview, okay, who are attending the interview, you have to ask the question which characters you are considering as a junk characters. Which characters you are considering as a junk characters. So that thing you have to ask them. If you ask them, then only we'll be able to answer. We do have a regex, regular expression replace function. Using that, what we can do, we can identify the junk characters as well. Okay, like also regular expression, like also. Okay, with the combination of regular expression, regex p like, and with regular expression like replace. Using these two functions, we can go ahead and we can get this particulars can be done. Okay, so that's it for the day, and please hit the subscribe button as well as like the video, so that it will reach more people and more people will get benefited out of it. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching the channel, and please share with others also, so that also they can learn from you, learn from me, and as well as by sharing you, they can thank you for you. Thank you guys.